Yeah, I'm here to do a video for Taurus. I'm already did like a pre-shuffle for you guys for right now. Today is August 23rd, 2020. So from what I caught on with for right now, it looks like there is definitely, I'm just going to call it a stall out for Taurus. It looks like, honestly, it looks like there's some sort of like sneaky energy going on with you and some others. Like it looked like you may have had an opportunity to really move forward, but it just looks like things are really stunted, and there's definitely a loss. I just feel like there's more of like an awareness thing that happened, like with whatever you're dealing with. I think I'm going to clarify this a little bit more, but I feel like you became aware of people's true intentions in some way that you were not aware of before. Clarify the Ace of Cups in reverse for me, please. Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it just seems like it's either like a lack of communication or it's a refusal of communication with this person or people that you're dealing with. Thank you. Yeah, the Empress in reverse. It just seems like whoever you're dealing with is not seeing the whole picture, and that's why there's a situation going on where you feel like you are perhaps like getting the what do they call it, the short end of the stick. Yeah, Three of Swords. It just, it just seems like maybe you're better off without the whole thing. I'll be honest. Yeah, but that's the Fox. I'm using Lenormand deck now. I feel like I've learned pretty well what goes on in this deck. I mean, it's pretty apparent. I might have to look at some things though. But yeah, it just seems like it's a necessary ending situation going on in this current moment, and it feels like you're being stopped from moving forward, but ultimately I don't really know if that's really a bad thing. I mean, sometimes things happen for a reason, With the Hangman, it's like kind of stuck in you're stuck in an energy, but it's fine. And I mean, maybe there's more that you can get out of a situation in a different way with where you're at. Okay, so I would also like to say, whoever you're dealing with, it feels like there's a lot of feminine energy, like a feminine energy blockade as well. Like whoever you're dealing with just wasn't doing the right thing, but they think that they are, and maybe just because it's like for themselves, whatever. Yeah, but I mean, I hate to just keep using the word manipulation, but with the Seven of Swords, it's like, this person thinks that they're getting away with stuff, but they're really not, because in the end of the game, they're losing for themselves. Or maybe in the background, they're also like have lost money or something, which is why they're acting the way that they are. So, whatever. But I mean, I still think that there's good things coming your way. So that's for right now. Alright, so let's talk about the future for Taurus. We're doing a reading for September. I don't even think I introduced myself this time. My name is Trinity. Thank you for coming to my channel. Okay, so let's talk about September. I can't believe it's almost September already. So now it's Virgo season. Happy birthday, Virgo. Alright, so let's talk about the future for Taurus for September. What goes on for Taurus in September? What goes on for Taurus in September? It's a lot of cards. Tower, oh Lord. Here we go again. Paths. This keeps coming out for, this has come out for multiple different people too. Or multiple different signs already. It seems like, or maybe it's because the season is changing too, so I feel like that could have a lot to do with it. But it feels like, as a collective, as a whole, everybody's trying to pick what path am I going to go down, and a lot of changes are happening. So, and a lot of new beginnings are happening. So I'm going to dig into it for you. Okay, so what is the Tower about for Taurus for September? What is the Tower about for Taurus for September? Ace of Wands. Okay, not bad. The fear of moving forward, but honestly, I mean, I feel like there's like, if you look at this, she's holding a baby. So I feel like there is the birth, and then there's child here too. So there's a birth of some really beautiful new beginnings going on here. But there just seems to be a lot of fear here. But I guess that's what always happens when there's a new path to be taken, right? All right. So what is the Ace of Wands about? You mind telling me about the Ace of Wands? Hermit, right? Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I mean, this still goes with the feeling of being stuck because the Hermit is here, Virgo energy. Tell me more about the Two of Cups and the Hermit. What are we working on? There's just a lot of work to be done here. Queen of Wands. Okay, I feel like this is a separate person. Okay, tell me more about the Queen of Wands. Thank you. Temperance in reverse. You know, it's just this weird sense of a lot of work to do and a lot of fear, and it just feels like this temptation to go astray. But if we stay on the correct path, I feel like whatever you were working towards is going to work out. Clarify. Why don't we clarify Seven of Pentacles? Justice, right, like I was saying. And then the Moon, but what don't we know about then? What about the Moon? Harvest. Oh, well, yeah, it's harvest season because it is the fall, I suppose. Three of Swords, and then the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, so I feel like what they're trying to say is there's a situation happening where you feel like you're being done wrong, but ultimately it's still working out for you. It's kind of like, what was the phrase I heard the other day? Rejection is protection, right? You know, it might not feel like things are working out in your favor, and ultimately it seems like, well, let's clarify, what is the Three of Swords about? Okay, family this time, not so much romance. High Priestess, Pisces. Okay. The Tower in reverse. Okay, so like I said, by not being involved, I feel like you're actually avoiding a disastrous situation, but it feels like you're being rejected. I learned this lesson a long time ago. Clarify the Tower in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. Okay. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And the Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it just seems like you're avoiding a situation with someone that is a manipulator or is just not doing right by you or the group that you are in, okay? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, and it's giving you the opportunity to move forward that you didn't even see was there. So that's pretty cool. And that's what the Moon is about. Okay. I feel like that's what Paths is also about, but I'll clarify Paths and I'll clarify the Child. Okay, so let's talk about Paths for Taurus for September. What is Paths about? I hear success. Okay, so clarify Paths. Thank you, Hangman. Oh, standing up for yourself, even though it feels like a separation between you and the people that you love so that you can't receive. Okay, so clarify that also, please. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. You might have to, it feels like you want to reject this offer that's being offered to you, but it's a new opportunity to be given a lot in the material realm. So, you know, if you see an opportunity, take it and just go ahead and move towards the new path, right? Okay, so what about the Child? Tell me about the Child. What is the new opportunity then, if you could? The Sun, the Fool in reverse, Page of Wands. Okay, clarify the Page of Wands. Page of Cups. I mean, yeah, pretty much the same thing that was said before. So, I mean, I feel like there's the opportunity to start over with a group of people, or you could just choose to move on. And honestly, I feel like choosing to move on is the better decision because it still puts you in a short-change situation by dealing with those people. I'm just being honest, all right? Okay, so I'm going to run and get my other cards, which are right there, and then we'll do an advice portion for Taurus. I actually have the Love Angels too, but I don't even feel like this reading needs that, but I always use them, so why not? Okay, so let's do advice for Taurus. New opportunities, new paths, new direction, new seasons. Okay, Okay, so what is the advice for Taurus on how to deal with the situations in the month of September? Thank you. Stay focused, right? Choose peace. Like I said, it seemed like there is a little bit of a struggle going on there, and you can do it. What is choose peace about? I keep hearing rejected from family. Tell me more about choose peace. Yeah, it just feels like you've been backed into a corner. I don't really appreciate it. 3 of Swords, yeah. Knight of Wands in reverse, fighting, right? Yeah, yeah. By refusing to involve yourself in it and just stepping away from the fight, you give yourself the opportunity to get out of it seems more like a financial strife more than anything, but we are dealing with earth energy too, so they could just be saying that also. Block all the negative energy that's been it seems like just forcefully coming your way. Clarify through your swords. I feel like we're already kind of talked about it, but yeah, Tower in reverse. You're avoiding a disaster by doing that, and then you're avoiding dealing with people that don't want to do right by you. Okay, guys, I think, well, I'll do one, couple pulls from the Love Angels, and we'll call it a day. Because I just like using these cards. Anything out of this deck for you, Taurus? Anything out of this deck for Taurus for September? Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith, right? That things will just turn out. I mean, it has a miraculous way of happening. The universe is weird like that. Alright, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know how this turns out for you. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Thanks, guys.